Hi, I'm Niall from GulfStream Boat Sales. Here we have a 2005 Monterey 250 CR sports cruiser for sale. The boat was built in 05, it's got a Yanmar diesel engine. It's in fantastic shape, it's got less than 120 hours on the clock from new. The boat's never been anti-fouled, it's on a twin axle UK spec road trailer that's also in fantastic condition. And I'd like to take you a walk through the boat, show you all the features on board. We're going to put the boat in the water and run it so you can see how it performs underway, and hopefully you can get an idea of whether this might be the right boat for you. Before we take a look inside the boat, I just want to walk you around the exterior and show you the condition that the hull is in. The gel coat itself is in absolutely fantastic condition. It looks like new. It's got a proper glass finish that you can see yourself in the gel. There is the odd scuff and scrape around the boat, which is usual on a boat of this age, but it's really nothing to worry about. But taken as a whole, the boat looks fantastic, and it'd be really hard to differentiate this boat from a brand new one if they were sat side by side in a marina. All the hull fittings, the rails, the stainless steel rub rail are all in very good condition. All the mounting points are nice and secure, including all the cleats around the boat. These Montereys are well known for being built to a very high standard. The pop-up cleats are sort of a sign of that. They're a good size. The forward and aft ones are actually a lot bigger than this, and they're a really good big boat sort of feel to them. And they also push in away whenever they're not being used, so it keeps the side of the boat nice and sleek looking. We've got a stainless steel anchor roller on the front with a 7.5 kilogram Cobra anchor. It's included in the sail. Down the starboard side of the boat is also in similar condition. A couple of little marks in the graphics here, but generally speaking, the condition of the hull is fantastic. We've got a nicely moulded extended swim platform across the back of the boat, with a 3-step stainless steel boarding ladder that folds away nicely. We've also got a central ski tow point on the transom, so if you want to pull skiers or rubber rings behind the boat, you can do that. The platform itself is moulded non-skid, and it's got water drains and things in it, so it doesn't collect water there. And there's plenty of handrails across the back of the boat, and a nice little opening transom gate to give you access into the cockpit. The boat's fitted with a Yanmar 240 horsepower diesel stern drive, which gives it a really good turn of speed, but also it's a very economical and reliable engine. It's matched up to this Mercruiser Bravo 2 drive. Again, they've got a very good reputation for reliability, particularly on this Yanmar diesel unit. This one is the X drive, so it's uprated for use with the diesel, including the cooling fins on top of the drive, and a slightly heavier built drivetrain as well, and gear system. The drive, as you can tell, is in very good condition, apart from a couple of minor sort of scuffs and scrapes on the bottom of the skeg, but the actual gear case itself has been unaffected. That's purely cosmetic, really. The hull as well, you can tell it has never been anti-foiled. It's in the original factory finish, so there's been no anti-foiling paint ever applied to the boat. The hull is nice and clean. It doesn't look to me like it spent very much time in the water. As far as we know, it's only ever been used in freshwater, this particular boat. And what a lot of freshwater boat owners tend to do is just power wash the algae and the grassy growth off the hull at the end of each season, and it means that it keeps the boat looking younger for longer. Just before we take the camper covers off to give you a better look at the boat, I just wanted to show you them up first of all. These camper covers were installed brand new on the boat only a matter of weeks ago, and they were made by one of the best companies in the country for it. So it's a really good job. They're obviously in pristine condition. We've got a flat bimini roof, we've got front forward section, 2 side sections in the back section, and it is a full camper style canvas, so you've got full standing headroom all the way to the back of the boat. You don't lose any of the headroom inside the cockpit whenever you've got the covers up. We've got mosquito nets integrated into the canvas as well, so you can zip out the sides and still have mosquito nets in place, so if you're sitting on board of a summer evening and it's too hot with the covers up, you can remove the side sections and have a nice breeze through the boat without attracting lots of flies and mosquitoes and things. The forward section It opens individually. It can come off completely, and you can also open each individual part of it as well. So if you're motoring with the covers on, you can still get good visibility out of the front of the boat. So it's a fantastic set of camper covers. I think they cost something in the region of £2,000 or £3,000. So they're included in the sale, and yeah, it's as good as new, the canvas system on the boat. Across the transom we've got a nice big storage locker which lifts on gas assist struts, and it's easily big enough to swallow your fenders and dock ropes and the shore power cable and things, and it's easy access as well. We've then got a walk-through transom with a moulded non-skid floor section and this little opening gate, which is great if you've got kids on board and you want to stop them launching themselves off the swim platform. Also back here we've got a hot and cold shower for rinsing yourself down after swimming. The cockpit layout on this Monterey 250 is it's well thought out, and it's a nice sociable seating arrangement. So we've got a rear bench across the back which faces this twin wide helm seat back, so that you can sit easily 4 or 5 adults around a little table. There is a cockpit table downstairs which sets up in this position here, so if you're having drinks or a picnic on board, you can sit around the table with quite a few people. We've also got this cockpit wet bar area with a pressurized cold water tap. We've got a little draining locker, a cup holder, and then we've got this removable cool box underneath there as well. So again, as a food or drinks preparation area, it's very handy. Just forward of that then, we've got a portside lounger seat, which is great as a sun lounger whenever you get the covers off, or just for sitting chatting to the helmsman whenever you're underway. The helm seat itself is twin wide. It's got a flip up bolster at the front, and it also slides forward and back on runners, that system's working very well. But it means that whenever you're motoring or whenever you're underway with the boat, it gives the helmsman more room, or whenever you're sitting at anchor with the table set up, you can get more room around the cockpit table. So it's a well thought through system. The condition of the boat inside the cockpit is also extremely good. It shows all the signs of having been very little used. The upholstery is totally original, as are the carpets, and everything really is in original condition. It's in very good shape. There are virtually no tears or stitches separating on the upholstery. It's all in very nice condition. The carpets are in good order. All the handrails and things are solid and secure, and it really doesn't look like a 2005 boat. The helm on this boat has a very high quality feel, like the rest of the boat really, with the wood effect trim. We've also got a leather wrapped steering wheel here. We've got a full range of engine instrumentation. The hour meter is showing 117.2 hours on the engine at this stage, which is very, very low. You can actually see it turn in there as well, so that the gauge is working as it should. We've got a Faria digital depth sounder on the boat. We've got this Garmin GPS map 172C GPS chart plotter system. We've also got all our 12 volt switchgear here. We've got a remote control for the stereo, which is housed in the cabin. We've got controls for trim tabs on the back of the boat, which help you to correct the running attitude if you're underway in a crosswind. We've got controls here also for our remote control spotlight up on the front of the boat. I think it needs a bulb at the minute, but you can see there that the motors are working as they should. And then we've got an engine status panel with our engine alarms. That's the test function, which is working very well. And we've got a bank of circuit breakers here on our main sort of bits and pieces of 12 volt equipment. The helm position itself is very good. From a seated position, I can see clearly through the middle of the screen. We've got a windscreen wiper there, which keeps the screen clear if it's raining. And then with the bolster flipped up, I get a really good view over the top of the windscreen. And excellent visibility all the way around the boat, which is handy if you're coming in to berth the boat or if you're motoring with the covers down. The throttle lever is conveniently positioned here on the right hand side, yeah, it's a nice comfortable position. Everything's within easy access. The gauges and the chart plot are all easy to read, and we've got great visibility all the way around the boat. Access out onto the foredeck of this boat is via these molded in steps in the cabin access door, and then we've got molded on skid flooring covering the whole foredeck. This boat's unusual in that it has this foredeck sun cushion. 9 times out of 10 these cushions tend to get lost, but this boat has it. It fits really well. All the button poppers are all in place for it as well, and you've got some nice handrails down either side of the sun pad there, so if you are lying out there at anchor, it feels safe. It's a great addition to a boat of this size, and really means that you can use the full length of the boat above the decks whenever you get the weather for it. Access to the engine bay is really straightforward. You don't have to move any seats or lift any cushions or carpets or anything. You literally just open the hatch. It's on a couple of gas assist struts, and we've got very good access all around this Yanmar engine. It's a 4-cylinder turbo diesel unit, produces 240 horsepower. You can tell by looking at it, it's got less than 120 hours on the clock, and it looks it. Very little signs of any corrosion. The engine's starting and running really well. We'll fire the engine up for you now shortly, and also put the boat in the water so you can see just how it is performing. The quality of the engineering installation on this Monterey is really very, very good. We've got a large raw water strainer just over on the port side there, with a clear lid on top of it, so you can keep an eye on whether the strainer's clear whenever you're underway. All the sea cocks and the valve gear is all in good condition. It's all high quality stuff. You can see that a lot of the hoses there are double clipped with Jubilee clips, and we've got we've got a high capacity diesel filter here as well. You'll also see we've got a macerator for emptying the holding tank overboard, with the Y valve set up so you can also suck it out at a pump out station. We've got a large capacity battery bank. We've got a battery charger on board, fresh water tank on the port side, the holding tank here on this side. But everything's there. It looks nice and neat and tidy. It looks like it's been well maintained, and it's running really well at the minute. So we come down these 3 steps then and to gain access into the cabin. It's a really good size for a 25-foot boat. We've got a galley unit arrangement here on the port side. On the starboard side we've got a door into the separate heads and shower compartment, and then we've got a wraparound seating area up in the forepeak of the bow that also converts into a V berth, and then just behind the entrance steps we've got another double cabin in there. So we'll take a close look in downstairs now. This galley unit has a Corian countertop. We've got a recessed electric hob, single burner electric hob here. We've also got a microwave. We've got lots of storage both above and below the counter, and we've got a really deep stainless steel sink with hot and cold pressurized water. Below the counter then we've also got an isotherm refrigerator. It's dual voltage, so it'll work off the battery volts or shore power whenever you're plugged in. It's one of the things that people really like about these boats is the modern feel of the cabin. The upholstery is a nice beige colour. We've got a light headline in here as well. We've got spotlights dotted all the way throughout the cabin, and we've got a nice little sort of ribbon light running around underneath the seat in there. So you get a really nice ambience in here after dark. The condition in this cabin is brilliant. You can tell I don't think it's really ever been used. Certainly none of the cooking appliances look like they've been used. The fridge doesn't really even look like it's been used. Everything's perfect. All the cupboards, the hinges, all the little fixtures and fittings, all the lights are all working down here. So yeah, it's just a really great condition. Access into the aft cabin then is really good. We've got a nice wide entryway here. You can separate it off from the main cabin with a privacy curtain, and we've got a full berth, a full size double in there, you can see from the pictures, with a couple of overhead ring lights. It also makes a great storage area for day trips and things. You can pack lots of gear down in there and it's out of the way, leaving the rest of the boat free to move around. The seating area here around the table is very spacious. We've got full sitting headroom all the way to the front. You'll easily fit 4 adults around here. The upholstery is in perfect condition. It's nice and comfortable. We've got these little throw cushions that are original to the boat still here. We've got an opening deck hatch in the roof, which is an added safety feature. If the cabin door jams, you can get access out of the boat through here. And this area also converts into a double bed. So you can see again from the pictures, there's a couple of filler cushions that go into the centre, and this makes a really big double to use at night time. The heads compartment has a manual pump out toilet which empties into a holding tank, and we've got a macerator pump for pumping overboard. This also doubles up as a shower compartment, so the sink head pulls out and you can use it for showering. We've got pressurized hot and cold water. We've got an opening port light there, a couple of overhead lights, and the whole locker is fully lined and drains into a shower sump for pumping overboard. Also got a nice handrail, which is unusual actually in shower compartments on these smaller boats, so you can keep yourself steady whenever you're in there. Interest in these entry-level diesel sports cruisers is always really strong, and whenever you take a close look around a boat like this, it's not hard to see why. Particularly one that's in such good condition as this boat. Although it's 2005, it's run for less than 120 hours. It's virtually unused in a lot of areas. Mechanically, it's in very good condition. The boat's running really well, and for the price that's been asked, it's fantastic value for money. Considering what the manufacturers are looking for, these boats brand new, the asking price in this boat represents a fantastic saving. Everything about it is in tip-top condition, with the brand new covers, with the trailer being in such good order. There's really nothing to do to this boat. You can just put it in the water and take the season out of it. So if you're interested and you'd like to come and have a look at the boat, or maybe have a chat about the logistics of getting the boat home, we obviously specialise in export sales. We can deliver the boat anywhere throughout the UK and Europe. Then we'd be more than happy to have a chat. Just give us a call or send me an email, or you can fill out the callback request button just below the video, and I'll call you back at a time that suits you. Thanks for watching.